Tom, he's been really good the last 3 starts.
Yeah, real good his last 3. He's gone at least 6 innings in 6 of his last 7 and had a great outing his last time out against the Cubs. 7 innings, 4.
What happens when a surging wildcard contender meets a red-hot home team desperate to protect their turf? Tonight at the stunning Truist Park, the Chicago Cubs, riding high on their playoff push, rolled into Atlanta to face off against a Braves squad that always brings the heat. Was it a statement win for the home team, or a crucial stumble for the Cubbies? Get ready, baseball fans, because we're breaking down every swing, every pitch, and every strategic move from this thrilling Monday night showdown. Hello, baseball fanatics, and welcome back to Baseball Extra. What a Monday night under the lights at Truist Park. The atmosphere was absolutely electric as the Chicago Cubs, currently holding a comfortable lead in the National League wildcard race, came to town for the first of a crucial 3-game series against the formidable Atlanta Braves. The Cubs have been playing fantastic baseball lately, sitting 3 games ahead of the San Diego Padres for that coveted top wildcard spot. That lead, while seemingly comfortable, has tightened up a bit recently, with the Padres just a single game behind the Dodgers out west. For the Cubs, taking care of business here in Atlanta means solidifying their hold on that top position, which would grant them home field advantage in that initial wildcard series, a huge incentive for sure. On the mound for the Braves tonight was Bryce Elder, a pitcher who has been nothing short of phenomenal in his recent outings. Our analysts at Baseball Extra noted that he's been truly locked in over his last 3 starts. In 6 of his last 7 appearances, he's pitched at least 6 innings, showcasing incredible endurance and effectiveness. His last encounter with the Cubs was particularly dominant, 7 innings, allowing only 4 hits, just 1 unearned run, 0 walks, and 6 strikeouts. The big question tonight was whether he could replicate that magic against a Cubs lineup that, while dangerous, was perhaps slightly weakened. Elder wasted no time asserting his dominance right from the first pitch. He induced a weak dribbler up the first baseline from the leadoff hitter, gloved by Olson, who flipped to Elder for the easy first out. Then came Ian Happ, and Elder put him away with a quick 3-pitch strikeout. Just like that, 2 outs on 4 pitches. He ended the inning with a dazzling 9-pitch performance, retiring the side in order. What an absolute masterclass to start the game. For the Cubs, they countered with the talented left-hander Shota Imanaga. Imanaga entered this game with a solid 9-6 record and a 3.15 ERA over 21 starts this season. He's been consistently good, allowing 3 runs or fewer in 7 consecutive starts, dating all the way back to July 30th. However, as we often see in baseball, a pitcher's win-loss record doesn't always tell the whole story. The primary reason Imanaga hasn't secured more wins during this impressive stretch is a lack of run support. The Cubs have only been scoring an average of 2.3 runs per game for him. Imanaga started his night by getting a ground ball to third, which Shaw gobbled up and fired to first for the first out. Then came the dangerous Matt Olson, and Imanaga delivered a nasty splitter, getting Olson to swing and miss for the second strikeout in the inning. That splitter had incredible action, showcasing why Imanaga is such a tough out for opposing hitters. A nice start for the Cubs lefty, showing off his top-tier pitching. But then came Ozzie Albies, a man who seems to have Imanaga's number. In their last encounter on September 2nd, Albies launched a homer off him, and tonight, he did it again. Ozzie absolutely unloaded, sending a towering shot to the deepest part of the yard. Center fielder Castro tracked it back, but it was long gone. A solo homer. Ozzie Albies continues his red-hot streak against the Cubs, putting the Braves 1-0. What a shot, what a show. He just keeps finding ways to hurt them.
The Braves weren't done there. Hassan Kim followed up with a 2-out single into center field. Then Drake Baldwin stepped up, and he absolutely crushed one into the gap in right center. That ball was off the wall. Kim came all the way around to score, and it was an RBI double for Baldwin, extending the Braves' lead to 2-0. He boomed that one into the gap, just missing a home run by about a foot, hitting off the screen in front of the Braves' bullpen. He got great extension on a pitch trying to run away from him, showing incredible plate coverage. Then, the moment everyone in Truist Park was watching for, Ronald Acuna Jr. came to the plate in the toughest stretch of his career with 25 at-bats without a hit. But tonight, that drought was about to end. Acuna delivered an RBI single, breaking out of his slump. Baldwin was waved home, the throw from Happ came in, and he was safe. Acuna came up with a massive base hit right there to break the drought and hopefully get him going. What a relief for the MVP candidate and for the Braves faithful. With Acuna at first, Michael Harris II stepped to the plate. He He sent a ball screaming down the line, and initially it was called a 2-run homer. The crowd erupted. However, Greg Counsell and Tommy Hodd were immediately signaling absolutely not. The umpires converged, had a crew consultation, and the call on the field was overturned. It was indeed a foul ball, erasing that 2-run homer from the books. They had to do it again. Harris then rolled one to the right side, which Herr picked up and threw to first, ending a wild first inning. Still a strong 3-0 lead for the Braves after that exciting bottom of the first. Back to Bryce Elder's incredible performance. Pete Crow Armstrong, the designated hitter tonight, stepped in during the top of the second, and Elder struck him out looking. He was locating everything perfectly. 2 down for Willie Castro, who hit a solid ground ball base hit to right field. Then came the former Brave Dansby Swanson, who hit one out to the gap, but Kofar was there to make the catch, ending the second inning. Elder continued his dominance in the third, striking out Reese McGuire and then Michael Bush. By the end of 3 innings, Elder had faced just 10 batters and recorded 5 strikeouts, a truly beautiful start. Fast forward to the top of the 6th inning, and the Cubs finally started to show some life. With 2 outs, Michael Bush singled and advanced to second. Then a walk to Ian Happ brought up Seiya Suzuki. Suddenly, the Cubs were in business, just one big swing away from tying up the ballgame. Suzuki hit a hard grounder, and Kim made a diving stop at short. Everyone was safe. Ian Happ made a great play to beat the throw at second, loading the bases for Pete Crow Armstrong. This was the Cubs' first real opportunity of the night. With the bases loaded and 2 outs, Pete Crow Armstrong hit a ground ball right to Matt Olson. Elder hustled to cover first, and Olson made the throw, getting Armstrong out and ending the threat. The Cubs left the bases loaded, squandering their best chance to get back into the game. A huge moment for Elder, who once again navigated through trouble with poise.
Imanaga, for his part, continued to battle. In the bottom of the 6th, with 2 outs, Drake Baldwin hit a high fly ball to right center, where Suzuki made the catch for the 3rd out, ending another 1-2-3 inning for Imanaga. He was doing his part, but the offense just wasn't there. As the Cubs started the top of the 7th, they were still looking for some offensive life. Nico Hoerner ripped one into left field for a base hit, and as Proar slipped, Hoerner advanced to second, putting a man in scoring position. Hoerner then advanced to third, setting up Dansby Swanson with a man on third. Swanson chopped one towards third, and it was a fair ball. Hoerner held his ground on the bag, and then a collision occurred with Alvarez. Everyone was safe. Nico did a great job of just sticking on the base. When Nacho gloved it, he was right over the top of the bag and bumped right into Hoerner. It was a chaotic play, but the Cubs had runners on, finally threatening again. Despite a couple of hits in the 7th, it was a truly tremendous outing for Bryce Elder tonight. He exited the game to a well-deserved standing ovation from the Truist Park crowd. What a performance. The right-hander, Pierce Johnson, came on in relief for the Braves. Matt Shaw stepped to the plate and drilled one out towards left center field. Harris came running on and made a fantastic catch. Porter tagged up, and Nico Hoerner raced home to score. The Cubs were finally on the board, making it a 3-1 game. It was a pretty good grab by Harris out in left center. Harris, much like Pete Crow Armstrong, can really fly in center, and he outran this ball to make a nice catch. But the Cubs did get on the board, finally breaking the shutout. But the Braves weren't about to let the Cubs build any momentum. In the bottom of the 8th, Matt Olson came to the plate against Savali. Olson absolutely crushed a fly ball to deep center field. Castro went to the wall, reached, and it was gone. Homer number 23 for Matt Olson. The Braves now had a little bit more breathing room, extending their lead to 4-1. That one was belted to deep center. He got a hanger and he did not miss it. That's his 23rd of the season, and he now has 80 runs driven in this year. A massive home run at a crucial moment. As we moved to the top of the 9th, Raisel Iglesias came on to try and make it 14 consecutive saves. He was on to face the middle part of the Cubs' order and made quick work of them, getting 2 outs on just 4 pitches. Then, with Willie Castro at the plate, Iglesias delivered the final pitch, striking him out. The Braves win. What a victory for the Braves, and a truly historic one for manager Brian Snitker. This win marked his 800th career victory as a manager. He now stands as only the 3rd manager in Braves franchise history to reach 800 wins, joining the legendary Bobby Cox and Frank Seeley. An incredible achievement for a beloved manager. The final score? Braves 4, Cubs 1. So, what do we learn from this intense matchup on Baseball Extra? The Braves, powered by a stellar pitching performance from Bryce Elder and timely hitting, including that clutch home run from Matt Olson, proved why they are one of the most dangerous teams in the league.
Elder's ability to shut down a wildcard contender like the Cubs was truly remarkable. On the other side, Shota Imanaga pitched well enough to keep his team in the game, but the Cubs' offense just couldn't capitalize on their opportunities, especially leaving the bases loaded in that pivotal sixth.
For the Cubs, this loss is a tough one, especially as they aim to secure that top spot in the wild card race and guarantee home field advantage. Every game matters when you're battling for playoff positioning, and dropping the first game of a series against a strong opponent like the Braves puts extra pressure on them for the rest of the week. Let's quickly review some of the key highlights and standout moments from this game. Elder's early inning efficiency set the tone. Ozzie Albies' power surge against Imanaga continues to be a fascinating subplot. The two-out rally by the Braves in the first inning really put the Cubs behind the 8-ball early. And of course, Matt Olson's insurance home run in the 8th inning was the nail in the coffin. If there's one area the Cubs will be looking to improve, it's their situational hitting. Leaving the bases loaded in a critical moment can change the entire trajectory of a game. They had their chances, but couldn't convert against Elder when it mattered most. This is the kind of experience that tests a team's mettle as they head into the postseason. Every plate appearance, every strategic decision gets magnified. Looking ahead, the Cubs will need to regroup quickly, as this is just the first game of a 3-game set. They'll be eager to bounce back and even the series. For the Braves, this win is a strong statement, further solidifying their position and showing their strength at home. The rest of this series promises more thrilling baseball action, and you can bet Baseball Extra will be here to break down every moment. We want to hear from you. What were your thoughts on Bryce Elder's performance? Do you think the Cubs can bounce back? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Baseball Extra for more in-depth analysis, game recaps, and all things baseball. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Thank you for joining us on Baseball Extra. Until next time, keep enjoying the game.